Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I just got back from Slovenia and honestly this place completely blew me away. I'm not even kidding when I say it's one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been to. From the dreamy lakes and mountains to the incredible caves and cute little towns, Slovenia has it all. In this video, I'm going to take you through my 5-day trip on a budget. I'll show you where I went, what I did, and how you can make the most out of your time here without spending too much. So stick around because this trip was full of surprises, amazing views, and a few moments I'll never forget. Let's get into it. So for this trip, I actually flew from Dubai to Venice, since that's the closest Emirates destination to Slovenia. There are direct flights from Dubai to Ljubljana, capital of Slovenia, but I decided to go with Emirates flight to Venice instead. From Venice airport, Ljubljana is just around a 3 hours bus ride. There are plenty of bus companies that go this route, but I just took whatever fit my timing. I went with Flixbus, which is usually the cheapest. I paid about 25 euros, though price can change depending on demand. Every time I'm back in Italy, it just feels special. Italy has become one of my favorite countries in Europe. I still remember about 12 years ago, when I first traveled to Europe, Rome was the first city I ever visited all alone. It was supposed to be a 4-day trip, but I actually flew back on the 3rd day because I didn't really enjoy it back then. Funny how things change, because now I absolutely love Italy. The food, the history, those beautiful old towns, and the language, it just sounds so musical. There's something about the vibe here that always pulls me back. Anyway, after a 6-hour flight, I thought a 3-hour bus ride would feel long, but honestly, it didn't. The scenic route with mountains, lakes, and little village along the way made the ride feel short. And just like that, I was in Ljubljana, ready to explore Slovenia's beautiful capital. So after that beautiful bus ride, I finally arrived at Ljubljana bus station. My hotel was just about a 5-minute walk from the station, which was super convenient. I stayed at Ibis Styles Ljubljana, the Fuzzy Log. What I liked about this place is that they have different room options. You can stay in a regular hotel room, a capsule, or even a small cabin. Since I was traveling on a budget, I went for the double bed cabin with shared bathroom. It was just for one night and I had everything I needed. The washrooms were clean, there was a shared kitchen, and the vibe was really chill. After freshening up, I went for a short walk around the city. I didn't do much since I was already a bit tired from the flight and bus ride, but it felt nice just strolling through the quiet streets. I stopped by a small cafe for dinner, had a small meal, and then called it a night. Ready to start exploring Slovenia properly the next day. Good morning, guys. So it's a new day here in Ljubljana and time to say goodbye to my hotel. I'm just walking towards the car until office to pick up my ride for the next few days. While I'm walking, let me tell you why I decided to do this whole Slovenia trip on a budget. I've got a US trip coming up in just a couple of weeks and that one's definitely going to be super expensive. So for this trip, I wanted to keep things simple, affordable, but still fun. And honestly, that's the best way to travel sometimes. Anyway, right now I'm heading to get my rental car and I'm actually really excited about it. I can't wait to drive through the beautiful mountains and see more of Slovenia's countryside. Every country has its own traffic rules and signs. And last thing that I want to do is break any by mistake. So yeah, city driving definitely makes me a bit anxious, but once I'm out to the open road, it's easy. And that's one of the things I loved most about Slovenia. You drive just 10 minutes from the capital and you're already surrounded by nature and these stunning mountains. The landscapes here are just so surreal. I planned this trip in October for 2 reasons. First, to catch the fall season, and second, because it's shoulder season, which means fewer crowds. And honestly, it turned out to be the perfect time to explore this beautiful country. My first stop for today is the famous Lake Bled. Like, how can you even come to Slovenia and not visit Lake Bled, right? It's one of the most iconic places in the country. It's about a 40-minute drive from Ljubljana, and on the way, I made a quick stop at Lidl to do some grocery shopping. I usually prefer staying at places with a kitchen so I can cook my own meal. I have about 10 minutes to arrive to the villa in Bled, but on the way I just stopped at Lidl to do some basic grocery for the next 2 to 3 days. But this place has impressed me so much. Look at the beauty here. This is the supermarket and just next to it, this is the highway. And look at the beauty. You are surrounded with the mountain all around. And this area is a little bit commercial. You have a lot of restaurants and shops here. But look at that. It's so beautiful. I found grocery prices here much cheaper than in many other parts of Europe. And just like that, I made it to my apartment here in Lake Bled. I absolutely love this place. I stayed at Vila Rajska Ptica and I highly recommend it if you're visiting Bled. It's super cozy, has everything you need for a short stay, and for about $100 a night, it was a great deal. Now let me give you all a quick room tour. Alright, made it to the beautiful town of Bled here. Just got the car parked, got the key apartment and everything. Let me give you guys a quick tour. It's a nice cozy apartment. As you enter, there's the washroom here, and this is the bedroom. It's actually for 3 people, a couple. You can just settle here, and then this is a third bed, which can be for a child or maybe the third guest. Here, this door is locked. Maybe it's another bedroom, but since we booked for 1 bedroom, this one is locked. This is the living area. We have the couch, TV, table, and then here is the dining table and the kitchen with, I guess, all the appliances that we would need for our stay. And the most beautiful part is the balcony here. I'm already thinking we'll have my breakfast tomorrow in the morning here, overviewing this beautiful mountain of Lake Bled. I had a similar kind of a stay at Chamonix, but here I had the Mont Blanc view. This is equally beautiful. The beauty of this apartment is because the host said we are very centrally located. From here, just 10 minutes walk will be at the lake, and if we take another few steps, probably that is the castle. I'm not sure, but I'll check it out. But the view is beautiful, nice, and time to just settle down and just go out and have fun. After settling in, I had about 3 hours of daylight left, so I decided to say bye to the apartment for a bit and walk down to the lake. The famous Lake Bled Island, the one with the little church, was about 20 minutes walk from where I stayed, and walking was definitely the best decision. The path was peaceful, surrounded by trees showing off their fall colors. It honestly felt like walking through a painting. So a few fun facts about Lake Bled. It's actually a glacial lake surrounded by the Julian Alps, and that little island in the middle is called Bled Island. You can reach it by a traditional wooden boat called Platna. And of course, you can't leave Bled without trying the famous Bled cream cake. It is this delicious creamy dessert made with layers of custard and whipped cream on a crispy puff pastry. Trust me, it's must try when you are here. Whoa, 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 spongy. Oops. Oh, it's nice. It has a very familiar taste, but I can't figure it out. Oh, vanilla. It's nice. Cheesecake. Life is enjoy. After spending such a beautiful evening around the lake, I headed back to the apartment, cooked myself some dinner, and called it a night. All ready for another exciting day tomorrow. Good morning, people, and welcome back to another beautiful day here in Slovenia, specifically in Lake Bled. Today we are going to do the famous Vintgar Gorge, and it's a must-do activity if you are here in Lake Bled. The place where we are staying at, and the distance from this gorge was just about a 10 minutes walk. I thought of parking my car there and just walking it up, but later on realized that the ticket, which is an all-day pass, includes parking. And one more thing, guys, if you are planning to pay a visit here, make sure that you buy your ticket online in advance. Specifically if you're coming during the peak season, that is summer, the place gets full, the slots gets full quickly. And it is a bit of the shoulder season, so we were lucky to get this slot, and we just booked it like an hour back. But the only sad part is that I wanted to be here by around 11:30, finish this 2 to 3 hours of trail, and then move to Lake Jasna, which is about another hour drive from here. But unfortunately, I didn't get that slot. I got it only for 12:40. It's about 11:30 now. I have to wait for an hour. So the parking is inclusive. You can park it at P1 here, park your car, and then there will be a shuttle bus that will take you to the entrance. That's another 10 minutes of a drive, and there you can start the trail. They are very strict with the entrance. They don't allow you except for the slot that you have booked, so make sure that you make the decision quite in advance and not be like me. Anyway, and sunscreen is very important. I've applied that. The sun here is very strong, and now getting ready to go to the bus stop, get the bus, and start the trail. This is where the bus dropped us, and from there I see everyone is walking this way. Probably a little bit of steps, and then we will reach at the entrance, and from there we will start our trail. The place is beautiful, nice. You have a river passing by here. I guess this is the same one which goes through the gorge. In case if you come early like me, that's not a problem, because I see there are restaurants and the view here is amazing. You can enjoy a coffee and spend time. I would recommend just to come about 40 minutes before your entrance time, because it takes a little bit of time to wait for the bus and get that ride till here and then walk to the entrance. So it's better to come 40 minutes early than your appointment.
Vintgar Gorge is about 4 kilometers from the town of Bled, and it was discovered only in 1981. Before that, people didn't even know this place exists because it was so hard to reach. Now there's this wooden walkway that let us walk right above the river. The river you see here is called the Postojna River. It's carved this steep, narrow gorge through the rock over thousands of years. The water is so clean and turquoise, it almost doesn't look real. I mean, you need to really come here by yourself to believe what you're seeing. The whole walk is about 1.5 kilometers long, and at the end, there is a beautiful waterfall called Some Waterfall. That's the only river waterfall in Slovenia. What I really loved about this place is how peaceful it feels. You can hear the sound of the water everywhere, and the air is so fresh. It's a perfect escape from the busy tourist spots. If you ever visit Slovenia, make sure to stop by Vintgar Gorge. It's one of those hidden gems that totally takes your breath away.
We have made it to the end of this trail. That's the exit, and that's a cafe, a souvenir shop probably, but look at this view. Guys, so when you reach towards the end of the Vintgar Gorge, when you pass the Some Waterfall, the road splits into two. On the left side there is river of tree trails. I did a little bit of research, and it was mentioned that if you want fewer steps and walk more in the shaded area through the forest and by the river, so that's the trail you can choose. Whereas the second one, which you have to move towards the right, you go on the King of Triglav, and that's what I chose because we have been through the gorge and by the river all this time, so I thought let me take something different. Here in the beginning it's elevated. There are a lot of steps you have to take to go till the top. You go pass through the forest. It's quiet and peaceful, but a little bit tiring. But when you reach to the top, you get the panoramic view of the entire village. It's beautiful, it's nice, looks great, the views were amazing, and from there you pass through the trail until you reach to the parking. It's more sunny. If you are doing this during the peak summer season, I don't recommend that because it can be really hot, but we are in the month of October. The weather is perfect and I'm truly enjoying this trail. From here I go to the parking lot, pick my car, and we drive to the next location, which is Lake Jasna. Let's go. was a nice 1 hour scenic drive to here, the parking lot of Lake Jasna. What I'm seeing is incredibly beautiful. The view is amazing, but I'm a little bit late. Not a little bit, actually quite late. I have 1 hour of daylight. I'm trying to catch maximum of it, but let's go and walk to the lake and see. The beauty is when the reflection falls on the lake, so you see the mountain reflection on it. It looks beautiful. So let's see if we get that. This is huge parking lot. Look at this. This family will be so lucky to have a house here. The parking is pretty straightforward. It's 1.20 euros per hour, and every additional hour would be like 2 euros. And you can pay here only with card. Coins and cash not allowed. This is the small lake which goes to the main bigger lake.
Million thoughts are spinning round in my head. My pulse holds it down, 'cause I'm almost there. Now I see you through the window and I'm walking on air.
This is so crazy. You see, the water is so clean that it feels like it's a glass floor, and you can just mistakenly step here and get into the lake. This is so crystal clear. Imagine.
Please come back now, baby, where were we? Said you changed and a lot. Got the memory still popping up. Show me your heart, show you mine. You go first.
I think I was too early to judge this place. I thought initially maybe the place is overhyped and there's not much of beauty to see here. But apparently I was at the wrong spot at the start of this lake, and from there things looked very normal. But as I walked through and I came to this specific boardwalk, and from here the view is insane. You have like 180 degree of mountains. The reflection of it on this lake gives a different level of beauty, and especially now that it's the sunset time, the golden hour adds more colors to it. Calm and very nice place to be at this time of the day, and I think that was the perfect end for today. It was a long and a hectic day, but if the end is like this, you're fully satisfied. There are cafes and restaurants nearby, and there's another river passing by on the other end. I think I'll spend a couple of more minutes over here and then just enjoy the moment, keep the camera down. And from here I have got another 1 hour drive to Soča River. By then it will be like dark. I don't think so I will be able to show you guys enough. I'll check into my hostel, probably cook my dinner and call it a night. I will see you guys in the morning. Bye. Morning, people from Bovec. We arrived here late night yesterday. It was pitch dark, but I was sure that this area is extremely beautiful, and exactly that's what happened. I woke up and found out that our hostel is located right in the middle of mountains. We are surrounded by mountains all around. I'm staying at Hostel Soča Rocks. It's pretty decent. I have my own individual room, but shared kitchen and a bathroom. It's perfect if you want to have just a short transit here and just move on to the next destination. They have 2 kitchens, one is indoor and one is outdoor. I checked out from my hostel just now at 10 in the morning. Right now I'm in the process of making my breakfast. I'll cook it in the outdoor kitchen, have my meal and head towards the next destination. We aim to reach in the south of Slovenia today, but we don't have an exact itinerary for today. So we'll go with the flow, and we find any scenic location, we'll stop, click picture and videos and share it with you all. So without further ado, let's get the day going. Let's go. So made it to the first stop for today, which is Soča River viewpoint. I didn't find any other parking except for this hostel, and that's where the Google map told me that you have arrived to your destination. I went inside and asked the lady if I can park here for like 15 minutes, and she was okay. But what inspired me was this hostel. It looks so good, so nice. Probably if you are in this area and want to, looking for a hostel or a campsite, this could be your place. Let me show you around. This is the reception area. There's a very helpful lady sitting at the reception, and look at this. Wow, it's a common sitting area, I guess. A fire pit. I can imagine like in the evening sitting here and having a fire. Wow. It's a campsite there. I could see, camper vans and even a couple of tents. I'll leave from here and just walk a bit to see if there is the viewpoint, Soča River viewpoint. By the way, that's the name. I guess Laza Tourist Center. Yeah. I took the steps from there down here and see where I reached. A suspension bridge. Like, this is insane. I didn't expect this. I didn't know anything about this bridge while I was driving to this place. It just said Soča River viewpoint. I'm so glad today I didn't keep any strong itinerary and I chose to just go with the flow. And I ended up here at this suspension bridge. It's so beautiful. Look at the watercolor. Look at this. I don't know if any camera can do any sort of justice to the view that I could see from my naked eyes. The water is flowing from here, and this is actually the Soča River, and it goes till there. And by the way, there is a hiking trail. Probably it's a gorge here, because I read on the map there's a Soča Gorge. This is incredibly beautiful, guys. You don't have to miss this part when you're in Bovec. Just got the car parked here and we arrived to our next stop, which is the Wild Lake. Here's the map. So we parked here, and from here you can just take the suspension bridge towards the Indria Lake, but this is where we want to go, and we'll just walk like this now and then enter and then just visit this lake. When I asked the lady at the reception, she said this lake is famous because apparently there is a cave in the lake where whoever have gone inside have never come out. No one knows how deep it is, but apparently it is wild. Let's go and check it out. But yes, we're not gonna go into it because we want to edit the video and show you the vlog. Taking a walk to this path to lead us to the viewpoint. But this looks a bit scary, slippery. Now what's incredible here, the water is still, but it's moving towards that direction because over there's a small water flow and it's going towards this direction to the river. The question is, there's no waterfall here, nothing, okay? From where is this water coming in and moving towards this direction? It's probably the cave, I guess, from where the water is coming from inside. but this is so beautiful. Look at this. Going to the last location for today. I honestly don't know where I'm heading to. The name is a little bit tough to pronounce. I'll mention the town, but look at this road. Sometimes, you know, when you follow Google, you end up to weird places. So I don't know if it's exactly the right location, but I ended up here in this Raven Road. I eventually gave up. I didn't reach to that cave. I was just going nowhere, left, right on the gravel road. Eventually I was like, you know what, just leave it. And I took a turn and came to this city of Postojna, and I'm staying here at Youth Hostel Proteus Postojna. The building is over there. Hostel is nice, to be honest. I checked in, kept my stuff. It's a decent room, shared bathroom, clean, shared kitchen, clean. All the basic utensils that I would need for tonight is available. Can't complain. I paid less than 50 euros for this. So I'll end the day today here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day because one of the highlights of this tour was the cave, Postojna Cave, and that's going to be tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. This is the last day of this vlog, and my second last day technically in Slovenia, because tomorrow I'll go to Venice and from there to Dubai. But how can we leave the country before doing the main activity, which is the Postojna Cave? While doing my research what to do here in Slovenia, in every other video I used to get this recommendation of Postojna Cave. So I'm very excited to go and explore it by myself. So we go there now. It's just about 4 to 5 minutes drive from the hostel where I was staying. My slot was for 11 o'clock in the morning, but it was recommended to come about 30 minutes before time because the train that takes us in the cave leaves 15 minutes before the appointment. So all set and excited for it. Let the day going. Let's go. A bit late. Just got the car parked. The car parking fee is 6 euros. Now heading towards the cave entrance. The train departs at 10:45 and it's 10:41 at the moment. So I hope I make it. If not, then let's see what's the penalty. Just pick the audio guide. They have around 17 languages that you can choose from. I got the English one. That's the train which will take us around the cave.
Okay, this part is seriously fun. The tour starts with a train ride, an underground train that takes you deep inside the cave system. The ride is about 10 minutes long and covers roughly 2 kilometers, taking you past massive chambers, stalactites, and dramatic rock formations. The breeze, the echo, the lights, it's such a unique experience. Once the train stops, that's where the walking portion begins. The group naturally spreads out, so even though it's a guided tour, it doesn't feel crowded. The audio guide syncs with different points along the path, so you can listen at your own pace. So here's where it gets really fascinating. Postojna Cave is one of the largest karst cave system in the world, about 24 kilometers long. Though visitors only get to explore a small but spectacular spectacular part of it. The cave was formed over millions of years by the Vintgar River slowly carving its way through the limestone. It was first officially discovered in 1818 when a local lamplighter named Luca wandered deeper during preparations for a royal visit. He accidentally uncovered what seemed like endless underground passage, and that discovery basically opened the door to one of Slovenia's biggest tourist attractions. Since then, Postojna Cave has welcomed millions of visitors. It was actually one of the earliest caves in the world to use electric lighting. And the famous train you ride, it's been a thing since 1872, making it one of the oldest cave railways still running today. You'll see incredible formations everywhere, stalactites hanging like chandeliers, stalagmites rising like pillars, and flowstone waves that look almost like frozen waterfall. The most iconic is the Brilliant, a pure white stalagmite that looks like it's glowing. Absolutely stunning in person. And then of course, there's the Postojna Cave's most famous resident. It's a little blind salamander that lives entirely in the dark. Locals once believed it was a baby dragon, which honestly I can understand because it looks pretty magical. After the walking tour loops around, you hop back on the train for the ride out. By this time, your eyes have adjusted to the cave lighting and the formations feel even more dramatic on the way back. And that wraps up my journey through Postojna Cave. It's honestly one of the most unique places I've ever visited. Between the history, the scale, and the sheer beauty of the formations, it's an experience you don't forget. If you're planning to visit Slovenia, definitely put this on your list, and remember, arrive early, grab the audio guide, and enjoy every moment underground.
Just dropped off my car to the car rental, which means that this brings the end of this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Slovenia is an amazing country. I would highly recommend everyone to come and experience the country, the culture, and the activities that they offer. Tomorrow I've got a bus ride to Venice, and from there I'll go to Dubai. If you found this vlog informative and you enjoyed watching it, please do consider to subscribe and share it with your friends and family. With this note, I'm gonna take a step out. I will see you in the next one. Bye.